Hey Matthew, here's a few API debugging techniques that you can use because sometimes debugging an API method can be a pain because you don't see the normal PHP and Laravel error messages that can come up. So a lot of times first thing I'll do if something isn't working is I'll just go debug the JavaScript. So, oops, that's not my JavaScript. We'll go up here and we'll go down to our method that we're looking for. Where did I put that? Okay, so sometimes you can see if you're getting the right stuff here in your JavaScript by just doing a console log. And I'm looking for an item ID, so I'll put that in, give myself a space, and do an item type. Save that, go back to the browser, refresh, and then right-click anywhere on the screen and do an inspect. Go over here to console. I'm going to shrink up my browser window just a little bit. And now when I hit archive, oh yeah, nothing's happening. So what's going on with that? Oh, there it is. Okay, must not have refreshed. So when I hit archive, now I can see that I'm getting the values that I expect in my JavaScript method. So that's one technique. Another thing you can do is, see right here is where we're making our API call to the server backend, and we want to make sure that's formatted properly. So another thing you can do is in your inspect window, you can hit network, pull that up a little bit. Let's clear so we can kind of see what's going on. And when I hit archive, there, I've got a call that popped up here. So now if I hover over it, I can see that the call is formatted properly. And if I click on it, I can see any data returned, any responses. And the API isn't supposed to be sending us back anything, so I mean everything looks good here. But if you were getting a PHP error, you would see it in here. So let's go try that real quick. So I'm going to go to my API file, go down to the method we're working with, and I'm just going to take that out, just create a syntax error. Save that, go back to my browser, clear our network window and try this again. Oh, see it's red. That means it's got a bad response back from the server. So you can click that, and that's where you can start seeing your PHP Laravel error messages here. So we'll go back and fix that. Excuse me. Another thing you can do in your PHP is you can always echo anything you want to kind of test. So you can echo status, let's say, or you can do a print R for arrays and objects. It'll do strings too, but print R is specifically for arrays and objects. So you can see if maybe your data array is formatted properly. Go back to your browser, clear your network, hit that again. Now let's see what we got. Okay, here's our string that we echoed out, and here's the data array that we printed out. So that's another means of debugging the API method. Get rid of that. Yeah, so that's kind of what I know about that. It isn't obvious on its face how to do a lot of that with the API method. So hopefully that'll help you out. Thanks, Matthew.